Everybody, I am back with some pixie dust, and in this video I want to talk about a particular video that Cynthia G was where she was, I guess, disagreeing with what Tariq Nasheed had to say in his Twitter about this Byron Allen guy who bought the Weather Channel. When I first heard about Byron Allen buying the Weather Channel, I was like, okay, a black person, buying, bringing businesses, investments, into the black community as a whole. And I know some say there are no black communities, there are black neighborhoods, but how I think about it is blacks have a black community. Physically, they live in black neighborhoods, but there aren't so much black neighborhoods because you have other races that also live in the same neighborhoods as black people. So black people don't really have black neighborhoods either. Black people just basically exist on this planet in wherever they reside physically. But the community that I'm talking about as far as a black community, it will be more of a virtual or a conscious thing. For example, a black person could consciously only patronize a black business. For example, there are, let's say, like 20 businesses, and they are businesses of maybe Chinese, you got the Asians, you have the Koreans, because you got the Korean store, you got the Asian nail salon, which is Korean, is the beauty salons. Then you have the Chinese restaurants. Then you have um, the Thai restaurants. You have the Japanese restaurants. Then you have just regular American restaurants that are owned by your everyday American white person. So there are physically businesses everywhere of all races. But the black businesses are few among them. But if you wanted to, then they may not be easily to see. Because this is what I'm doing, checking it out. See, well, this is a black business, that a black business, where are they? And sometimes you will see a black business that you didn't even know was there. Oh, but you could physically drive to a black business or you could go online. But my thing is saying that is, I thought like Tariq Nasheed. This dude, he buys a black business. He buys the Weather Channel, and it's a part of the black community. According to Tariq Nasheed, he says people are surprised that Byron Allen has the type of capital where he can just outright purchase entire networks. That's true, because Bill Cosby tried to buy an entire network, NBC. Oprah created her own network, that she no longer owns. But it says Byron has always focused on ownership to content. If you own the network, you basically own the content. But more of us can learn from this, learn from that, and soak up game. So, what does Cynthia G have to say about this in replying to Tyreek? She says, what game are black people soaking up from Byron Allen? How to funnel your resources and ownership into the white community? We don't need Byron Allen to give us game on that. It's called integration. Black people are funneling their money into the WS now. What's new about this? Then she goes on to reply to Tyreek again and says, all of that ownership will go right into the bank account of the white woman he's married to. You can't preach black economic and support black people who marry white. His ownership does nothing for the black community and everything for the white community. Sounds like a good book. I never thought about that a couple of years ago when I first heard that a black man bought the Weather Channel network. I said, oh, okay. But one thing I didn't know he was married to a white woman, but I just thought, okay, black business, black ownership. So, a conversation I was having with my husband last night. We do a lot of debating. It used to be more arguing than debating because I like to debate. He likes to just disagree with everything I say and give some of the craziest, what he called facts. Well, somehow it started with TMZ. We was talking about something and TMZ come up. And he wanted to say, okay, he says that I said TMZ is a mega company. It's not just some regular YouTube channel. They are big time people like CNN, MSNBC, and CNN is what I was saying. And this is just information that I just innately know. I just innately know, and then I says that he disagrees. So when he start giving what he called facts, that makes absolutely no sense to me. Then it turns into a shouting match, which is, I don't like shouting. I just like to talk. I just like to debate. See what he had to say and see what I had to say. But what he's saying makes absolutely no sense to me because of what he called facts. So he gonna say TMZ is this and that. So first thing I do is go to Google and speak into Google. Google. I didn't say Google because I don't want no Google thing. I just go to the Google search engine. Jeez, search engine and says Google. Now I say Google. Stop it. I says, so I went to the Google thing and says, who owns TMZ? And what comes up as to who owns TMZ? TMZ owner is Warner Media. I said, okay. So when the Google speak button, whatever it is, read it out, because I wasn't expecting to read it. I was going to read it, but since they read it out, that was even better, because he was on the other side of the, he was over there. I'm at my little table with my little office, and he's over there on the couch on his phone watching Bethany Clemson, South Carolina wins, and NFL. And I don't know how it came up, but he just wanted that. I guess he just want to just ask me a question, and it ended up coming to this. So it says Time Warner. and read Time Warner. So, and we know Time Warner is owned by Warner Media. So we said, okay. Then I said again, who owns Time Warner? And it says AT&T owns Time Warner. That when he stopped talking and went back to his watching the college football draft, where they draft, when Clemson drafted 13 of South Carolina players, Clemson Tigers, South Carolina, 13 players in top 5 draft, and young fellow from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, he was out, I don't remember his name, but anyway, he's better than that. So he went back to that after this. So I said, okay, so then I said, who owns AT&T? Then I find out it's Bell South Company owns AT&T, and according to Wikipedia, it says that AT&T Corp was acquired by SBC in 2005, and then Bell South acquired by AT&T in 2006. So AT&T bought Bell South. But anyway, well, this is just information on how AT&T rebranded, how AT&T bought out the SBC and the Bell South and all of that, all these other things. The Southern Bell rebranded as SBC, okay. Communications. I remember all of these companies coming up. When I was in my 30s, got married in my 30s, I remember these companies. Because I remember when, because I remember AT&T was the communication system for a hospital in Columbia, that Richard Moore Hospital in Columbia. And they was having major outages for whatever was going on. And I guess all of that had to do with eventually Time Warner, I don't know who, eventually, however that went down, had to do with all of that stuff. I don't feel like getting into all of that because I have a lot of memory from who was buying out, who everybody been buying up everybody. Doing, I think it was 1986, the year my son born. And he was born with a birth defect, therefore we was in and out of the hospital for the first 5 years of his life. So, just during that time, when all of this AT&T stuff been going on and having the issues and all of that. Well, after I went through all of that, so I said, okay, AT&T bought the Bell Telephone Company. And then all this shit mixed up in there. So, I said, who owns Bell Telephone Company? And this is what comes up. Bell Telephone Company, which is a common law joint stock company, was organized in Boston, Massachusetts in 1877 by Alexander Bell's father-in-law, Gardner Green Hubbard, who also helped organize a sister company, the New England Telephone and Telegraph Company. So, and the reason this triggered what, when I was listening to Cynthia G video on Tyreek, what she said triggered this. So that's what made me go back all the way to this. The point I want to talk about is Alexander Graham Bell's father-in-law, meaning the, Gardner Green Hubbard left the Bell Telephone Company, and I could go back and do some research on him too, which I'll probably do that because I'm just interested in just seeing how these things connect. But Gardner Green Hubbard left the Bell Telephone Company to his daughter, who married Alexandra Graham Bell. Therefore, in saying that, I see what Cynthia G is saying when she says Byron, and let's go back up to Byron. When she says Byron Allen dies, everything goes to his white wife, who will more than likely marry white and will be right back into the white community. Because in that case, it never ever left the white community. Because even though Byron Allen is black, like Sister G says, he's married to a white woman, therefore the company never left the white community. It's not in the black community. Period. She may, let's say if he dies, she may marry black again. And it'll still be in the white community. Unless she marries black again. It's still going to be in the white community. Unless she passes on and he marries black. Then it's in the black community. Otherwise, it stays where it is. Because it's not being funneled down into the black community to do anything of, basically do anything at all as far as the uplifting the black community out of the wealth status that they're in. But that's just what I was thinking about when I was watching her video. I don't think I got 5 minutes in before I had to do this video. Because it just triggered a conversation from last night that wasn't even a part of the conversation. No, not that yesterday. That wasn't even a part of the conversation yesterday at all. But it caught my attention that, okay, Alexandra Bell inherited Bell Telephone Company from his wife. And I get, his wife dies, and I guess it goes on to him, he move it forward. Or they both die together, and the children move it forward. So we see the wealth that's here since the 1600s. It's still here. It just means channeled through the descendants. So when people say Adolf should get over slavery, getting over slavery is like it's like wealthy Americans, like these people, like Bill Sauce, Taiwan, and all these people, getting over this, their descendants as, let's say, what's this guy named Hubbard. It's like telling AT&T to get over his father-in-law, Garner Green Hubbard, which started this company, this common law joint stock company, in 1877. Well, he didn't start 1877. Well, I guess it was said by Alexander Graham Bell, father-in-law, yeah, in 1877. So, it all getting over slavery is the same thing as AT&T. Well, I guess we'll say the same thing as white people getting over Gardner Green Hubbard, who started the common law joint stock company, which is the Bell Telephone Company. But anyway, that's all I have to say about this video. I just thought it was very interesting how this conversation here triggers a thought point that Cynthia G and Cynthia G and Tariq Nasheed ongoing disagreements. And in that sense, I agree. If think about it, Bill Cosby attempted to acquire NBC, the same as Byron Allen acquired ownership of the Weather Channel. His ownership was successful. Bill Cosby's was not. And why is that? Only logical reason would be Bill Cosby is married to a black woman and Byron Allen is married to a white woman. That's the only scenario I can see. Well, you can say Oprah owns her own network. Well, she don't now because she sold it. And now she's executive manager of her company. She doesn't own it. So, and then Oprah's not married either. So, everything Oprah owns is in the white community because she's not married. She's executive manager or whatever, CEO or whatever of her own company. So she sold it to who? A black person? But that's just the point that I got from a conversation I had with my husband yesterday and a disagreement between Tariq Nasheed and Cynthia G. Okay. that's all the pixie dust I have for this video. And I would like you to catch me on the next video. Bye.